Hello, welcome back. So this time I thought what we'd do is we'd take a look at a few of the games the creators have been creating. So jumping through from earlier games that have been shared to later games that have been shared to kind of show the iterative aspect of how BitMagic has been growing. And then we can take a look at what players have been doing in their games to alter, tweak as they get used to it. So let's take a little look. So this game is by Blazamagao, and it's titled I'm in Hell. So it's a pretty simple early game. All we need to do is pretty much escape, and what that is going to entail is picking up this weapon here, this bow that shoots barrels of exploding arrows, defeating these enemies, and then getting under this arch, which is the win state, or the trigger for the win state. Again, it's an early game, so it's easy enough, but as you'll see as the different worlds go on, they become more intricate, a lot more depth to them, and just a lot more smooth. So let's take a look at another one now. This is another early attempt by our creator Bush, and it's called Dyslexia World, oddly enough. It's a pretty simple enough game. You're going to be going around, you're going to be picking up items, and then you're going to be getting them back to the finish point. But this game did bring up something that I did want to mention to creators and anybody else who will eventually be able to play this, which is one of our prompts is / teleport next. It's a quick way for you to jump into your game and to go through everything and to make sure that it's good and that it can actually complete. Because as you'll see coming up pretty soon, I could actually not complete this game. Despite having picked up everything and then got to where the finish point should be, I couldn't do it. Now I know Bush might be saying, it's on top of the plane, you idiot. He's probably right, but it is a good way of checking that, oh, can I actually complete this game? So as you can see here, I'm struggling to actually complete the game. There's no win state. So / teleport next. It will save you a ton of time just making sure that the game that you created can actually be completed. Next up is Age of Dinosaurs by Mibricorb. I hope I said your name correctly. I know I probably butchered it, sorry buddy. This one's actually a pretty cool game because it brings that Jurassic Park vibe to me, which I just really like. But again, we need to defend against the dinosaur attack with different enemies in the world. Now, Mibricorb, he's put some, different weapons into this world, although I found this bow and arrow, which fits with the theme. To be perfectly honest, you don't want yourself a laser gun in a dinosaur world. Maybe you do, but I thought the inclusion of a bow was kind of perfect for this, and of course we have the attire of the character, which is a little bit more ranger-esque. I thought the bow was a perfect choice. Now we make our way back here, and we need to climb the siege tower to, obviously trigger the next point, and then the escape is the next thing that's happening. So as you see here, I'm just jumping through the world. Obviously I trimmed it down a bit, but we're just getting to the escape point. Overall it took me 2 minutes and 12 seconds, and it's a pretty awesome game, I have to say. It's just one of my favorites so far. I really love it. Now this next world, which I really like, just due to the texture of the world, this one's called Rainbow Pirate Quest by, again, Bush, or Barash and Shura's Cheese Quest. Now this is a pretty simplistic game. What we gotta do is pretty much avoid enemies, pick up things, and then get to the end where there's a surprise at it. I just love this one. Now of course, engaging these enemies, I'm given the option of going sneaky, or guns blazing, or fist blazing. I'm choosing fist blazing.
Hello there.
So I'll whip out my fists of fury and bing bang bow, they're gone. Next up, okay, this is why I love this particular quest, because it's all over the place and it kind of fits the world that it's in. Sure, okay, we could sneak past those enemies, we could beat the crap out of them, but next up we have to organize and win a karaoke contest by picking up the parts. Okay, let's do that. Whatever the hell's going on here, I am following. After we've picked up those parts, now we need to find, which is oh so obvious, the hidden cheese. Because you can't have a karaoke contest with enemies roaming around without getting some hidden cheese. Again, this is another progression of, the BitMagic world creation, which is you put in a prompt and all of a sudden these odd things are happening. And next up we have Mibricorb with The Knight's Trial. Now this game is quite an evolution really, and actually he just said he's going to come back and do a couple more tweaks to it in the future for us, so you'll see this game evolve, and that is because we just put out a brand new patch. So of course he wants to jump back in and edit a couple of things, make it truly his own. As you can see, Destruction is the name of the game. I love destruction and just blowing things apart, so of course I'm making my way through this level with a gigantic cannon on my shoulder. I like to think I'm a Warhammer character. That's pretty much the ideal 40k universe, and I'm just gonna make my way through these walls. I've switched over to my mace slash axe, or as I call it, my max, and it's a heavy hitter. So I'm going to clobber an enemy now and just make my way through, defeat the Guardian Golem. I'm at the tall tower, and boom, he's gone. And then to finish up with my quest, I'm effectively blowing more stuff up and making my way to the end of this creator's game. So, with wrapping up this particular instance, there's one more thing I need to say to you. How about you guys jump on our Discord, get involved, get and creating your own games, and well, I think that's it. Anyway, take it easy. Talk to you later.